I'm just gonna cut right to it because I'm just so fucking disappointed after what I just watched on Wednesday. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it here. I'm just gonna say it right out here. Marc-Antoine Camirand got outright fucked over in Saskatoon Wednesday night. Yeah, about a one thing that is dreaded of NASCAR in America. Nascar Refball. I've been dreading this fucking day ever since the shit I've seen in Cup, Xfinity, and trucks when we've had races get affected by Refball. And now it's made its way north of the border to the Canada Series. Just last night's officiating to the finish of that race was an absolute fucking embarrassment to NASCAR. Just an absolute embarrassment. Like, seriously? We're now gonna fucking strip people to win over the bump and run? Yes, you heard that correctly. Marc-Antoine Camirand, he crossed the line first, but he had the win stripped from him because he did the bump and run to Kevin Lacroix. Yes, we're now fucking penalizing people over the bump and run. What in the actual fuck is NASCAR doing? That is a horrible fucking call. Why the fuck would you why the fuck is that even a rule? As Camirand was officially penalized for rough driving, which that's not rough driving. What Camirand did in the finish, Camirand did nothing wrong. He literally did what anybody else would have done in that situation, and what anybody else has done within the last 80 fucking years of NASCAR. Which is the old bump and run vintage short track racing move. Like, he never wrecked Camirand never wrecked Lacroix. He just moved him out of the way. Didn't even put him in the wall or anything. And they still strip him of the win anyway because, oh, it's a violation of his probation because of the actions between Camirand and Lacroix from their piston match at Edmonton last Saturday. In which, the funny thing, if anyone wants to pull the whole Camirand was on probation and they felt that violated it, here's the funniest part about that, and ironic part about that. Kevin Lacroix was also on probation for what happened at Edmonton as well. And Lacroix did the same thing to Camirand twice with 5 to go. Because Camirand first did it to him coming to 5 to go. And then Lacroix did it twice to him on both ends of the racetrack in turn 1 and 2 and then 3 and 4 to get the lead back coming to 4 to go, only for Camirand to return the favor in turn 4 on the last lap. Just absolute horrible fucking call. Like that, what Camirand did was not a fucking penalty. That is not a penalty. Like, honestly, if what Camirand did is the penalty, then why the hell is Kevin Lacroix not being penalized too? For that situation then. Either you penalize both of them, or you penalize nobody. It's that fucking simple. Honestly, when it comes to the bump and run, this is the easiest officiated call for NASCAR to do. And now they can't even do that right. That just shows how much NASCAR has fallen and how pathetic this is becoming. Especially now when it's happening in series as great as the Canada Series. And it's a damn shame because last night's race at Saskatoon was a pretty solid race. Like the last 30 laps of the race where we had Kev Lacroix and Marc-Antoine Camirand battling for the win. That was a great battle for the win. But in the end, it all gets ruined thanks to Nascar Refball. And oh boy, I mean, you want to know how inconsistent this call is? Well, how about we go through some of the greatest bump and run finishes in NASCAR and some other shit that was more egregious than what Camirand did. And I'll tell you the results of those. So, let's go through some results, shall we? Bristol 1999, Dale Earnhardt dumps Terry Labonte for the win at Bristol. No penalty. Bristol Night Race 2002, Jeff Gordon does the bump and run to Rusty Wallace. Man, no penalty to Jeff. What other instances can I pull out? Oh yeah, Kyle Busch 2008 at Richmond dumps Dale Jr. No penalty. Or Martinsville 2009, Jimmy Johnson does the bump and run on Denny Hamlin for the win. No penalty to Jimmy. Like hell. And also, we're going to penalize Camirand for that. When Kevin Lacroix has had a history of doing the exact same shit to other people. Like how I can name 3 examples from 3 of Lacroix's CTMP wins in this whole thing. CTMP 2019. Kevin Lacroix does the bump and run on Alex Tagliani and sends him into the grass at turn 11. No penalty. CTMP 2022. Kevin McQuall left hooks Gary Coote into the wall in turn 10. No penalty. CTMP last year. Kevin McQuall does the bump and run on Camirand into the Moss's hairpin. No penalty. Hell, there are some other examples I can pull out here. CTMP 2023. Train Lapsevich does the bump and run on Camirand, sends Marc-Antoine Camirand into the grass in turn 10. No penalty. Delaware 2021. DJ Kennington does the bump and run to Train Lapsevich. No penalty. Hell, how about we go into some of Logano stuff now, shall we? How about this? Kansas 2015. Joey Logano dumps Matt Kenseth for the win. No penalty. Martinsville 2018. Logano does the bump and run on Martin Truex Jr. for the win. No penalty. Darlington 2022. But Logano dumps William Byron for the win. No penalty. Hell, Talladega 2015. Kevin Harvick intentionally wrecks the field to advance to the next round of the chase. No penalty. Hell, Gateway 2010. Carl Edwards right in Xfinity. Carl Edwards right hooks Brad Keselowski on the front stretch coming to the line for the win. No penalty to Carl. Or hell, Bristol 2010. Xfinity. Kyle Busch dumps Brad Keselowski for the win. No penalty. You see where I'm going? That's like, what, 10, 15 examples I've already listed of someone dumping or doing a bump and run on someone for the lead or dumping someone. And those were all no penalties. Hell, let's even go a little bit further. Chicagoland, 2006. Jeff Gordon dumped Matt Kenseth for the win at Chicagoland. Did I mention Jeff Gordon was on probation for that said race? And guess what? Did Gordon get stripped of the win? Fuck no. He was allowed to keep the win. How about we go a little further? Martinsville 2021. Alex Bowman dumps Denny Hamlin for the win. No penalty. Kansas 2023. Denny Hamlin does the bump and run on Larson and sends Larson into the wall on the backstretch. No penalty. Pocono that same year. Hamlin forces Kyle Larson up into the wall. No penalty. And there's a reason why NASCAR doesn't penalize bump and runs or dump and runs. And in fact, before I explain why, there's another example I name. Xfinity Martinsville 2022. Ty Gibbs dumps Brandon Jones for the win. His teammate, mind you. No penalty. Hell, just last week at Sonoma, Ty Dillon did the bump and run on Alex Bowman in turn 11 to advance in the in-season tournament. No penalty to Ty. Like, it's asinine. And there's a reason why NASCAR doesn't penalize bump and runs or dump and runs. It's very simple. Because it's a self-policing issue for the drivers. Because it's simple common sense thinking. I mean, because if you race somebody one way, well, guess what they're going to do back to you when the shoe's on the other goddamn foot? Like, just absolutely fucking stupid call by NASCAR. Just a fucking bonehead call. Very rare to see something like that. It's like, seriously, you're going to penalize Camirand for that? Yet you're not going to penalize McQuall for doing the exact same thing, and McQuall gets to keep the win? Because, oh yeah, with Camirand being stripped of the win, Kevin McQuall ends up getting it. Because McQuall was the second place finisher. Like, fuck off with this inconsistent bullshit. Like, I was dreading the day that this would come, that NASCAR Refball would plague its way into the Canada Series. And Jesus fucking Christ, the day has come now. When the series is at its rock bottom point. Like, this is the type of shit that can kill a fucking series. I mean, it's already bad enough we got fields for Edmonton and Saskatoon with 10 and 11 cars respectively. Like, I've always said for years the Canada Series deserves more attention. And well, after Saskatoon last night, they got that attention alright. But it's for all the wrong reasons. Like, why can't NASCAR just fucking officiate a race properly, for fuck's sakes? Just so fucking stupid. And yeah, like, honestly, NASCAR's now set for the Canada Series, NASCAR's now set a dangerous precedent going forward. Because now, anytime we see any amount of aggressive racing like this, Everyone, like, so even something that's light as a bump and run or just a light tap, everyone's going to call for a penalty. That's what's going to happen. And what happened to Camirand is bullshit. Like, this was honestly the Saskatoon Screwjob. Camirand got outright screwed. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Just completely fucking stupid call. And also, a few more dumps I can throw in there. Chicagoland 2018. Kyle Busch dumps Kyle Larson for the win. No penalty. Should mention that one in there. I think there's probably a few others. I think there's a few others in the mix that I missed as well that we could throw in there. Because I think the incidents I already listed, those incidents are only just scratching the surface of some of the shit we've seen done with terms of the bump and run and dump and run, and had no penalties come out as a result. But yeah, this definitely up there. Like, easily out of all the races I've seen in the Canada Series, this was the worst officiating call I have ever seen. Like, I get the whole officials are human, and, you know, we all make mistakes, yada, 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 but this was an easy call to make, and they can't even do that. That's pretty fucking sad. Just absolutely fucking disappointing event. Just absolute disappointment. Extremely disappointing the Canada Series. Just, I expect fucking better out of this series. Like, honestly, we're supposed to be better than the fucking Americans, not be as equally as shitty as them. Just fucking disappointing. Just, sometimes I just don't get NASCAR and their inconsistent bullshit. Like, where is the goddamn consistency? Like, can we have a time where NASCAR was actually fucking consistent with the officiating for once, or is that day and age now officially gone? Sometimes I just miss the old sport I used to love as a kid.